Karate Kid Legends is directed by Jonathan Entwistle. This is actually his feature directorial debut. He comes mostly from television, so after Kung Fu prodigy Wang relocates to New York City, he attracts unwanted attention from a local karate champion and embarks on a journey to enter the ultimate karate competition with the help of Amar Khan and Daniel LaRusso. And so this review is coming from someone who has seen every single Karate Kid movie including the Jaden Smith remake, and that's it. I have not seen the show. I know that everyone says it might even be the best thing about the entire franchise, but I just haven't seen it yet. So this review is coming from someone who's watched all of the movies but not the TV show, so if there are references to Cobra Kai in the show, I'm not necessarily going to pick up on them, but also I'm not going into this movie expecting something that is on the level of Cobra Kai. I'm just expecting something that's better than most of the Karate Kid movies, because honestly the only ones I really enjoyed is the original and the remake, which is alright. The remake is fine if you're going into Legends expecting something that pushes the boundaries of this franchise, that tries something new. You're not really going to experience that. This movie really understands the formula. It knows what it needs to be. It knows how to satisfy audiences. It knows how to make a tear potentially form on your eyelid and maybe even fall, and it knows how to do that so effectively that most people are not going to be challenged by this movie in the slightest. Most people are going to leave the theater very happy, and not too many people are going to remember the movie after a few days and maybe even a few hours, and that's perfectly fine for me. I had a really good time with this movie for the exact same reasons that I like almost every single Rocky and Creed movie, and it's just because the franchise kind of knows what it's doing and it knows how to push your buttons effectively. It sets up some compelling fights, some good character drama. There's a good enough backstory to Wang to make you root for him, and the actor Wang is extremely good and very likable in the role, so really the movie is doing its job very effectively. The first half of the movie was very surprising to me because I didn't really watch any of the trailers and I didn't really know exactly what the film was about. The first half of the movie is actually this kid training Joshua Jackson to win in a boxing match so he can pay back his debt, because he kind of likes his daughter and he's new in New York City and he's looking for a job, so he works at this guy's pizza place. I actually found myself really enjoying that first half. I didn't expect that at all. I didn't even know Joshua Jackson was in this movie. I mean, this is my dude from Urban Legend, and suddenly here he is playing a boxer in a Karate Kid movie. I didn't expect that, and I thought he was really good in the movie, even though aspects of this story certainly feel a bit messy, and that you've got half of a movie that is very much about one thing and another half of the movie that is very much about something else, and sometimes it does feel like two movies are at war with each other, where you have Jackie Chan sort of set up as a character that will appear at some point, but you recognize that he's not really going to be needed until this thing happens, and once that occurs the movie does kick into high gear and becomes, I thought, a much more entertaining movie. Even though I did enjoy the first half, I think it's just that those two halves do feel a little bit cluttered, and they do feel like two pieces that aren't necessarily part of a whole. Most of the action was fairly clear in regards to how it was filmed, although I did miss how in the original film there were so many wide shots that didn't cut that much, and you really let those shots breathe and you got to sit with them and see these things happening in a very clear way, and it actually built the tension far more than all of the hyperactive cutting that we've gotten used to today. There's a bit too much of that during the finale, and if you've seen a single Rocky or Karate Kid movie, you basically know exactly what's going to happen as soon as they set it up early in the movie, and there's very little mystery to how the film will play out. But this is not the type of thing that I cared about while I was watching it. Honestly, I just found myself really having a good time at the movies, watching a wholesome, light-hearted film that just really wanted me to have a good time. Really what it comes down to is what I've already mentioned. If you've seen a single one of these movies, or really any inspirational boxing or fighting movie, you kind of understand how it goes. I think these movies are allowed to play in the pool of these cliches and tropes because they've proven that they work time and time again. It's a treat and true way to make the audience get excited about a movie. Like I said, not going to remember it that much, but it's a lot of fun, and I did think it was considerably better than the last few Karate Kid. You guys, thank you so much as always for watching.